Testing, testing. Testing. Okay, sounds good. Okay, let's do this. So it's been a little while, but we are back with a stream. Don't know if you can hear the motorcycles outside. Good timing there. They've had 2 months to do that. And they choose now. Okay, let's get the chat up. Okay, so yeah, it's been a good couple of months. Had a bit of a break, but we're back. And you can see the team I'm going to use on the screen on your left there. No, we're gonna be using something that I threw together. I've been using to climb on the ladder. I think we're just outside of Master Ball at the moment. It's been working out fairly nicely. It's not perfect. I think there are certain Pokemon that we need answers for in this format. One of them being Amoonguss, but so far on the ladder, haven't actually faced that many. I expect they're all at high ladder, because Amoonguss is a bit more of a difficult Pokemon to fully utilize for a lot of players. I think most of them just going hyper offense on the lower, higher ladder, if that makes sense. So let's jump straight in. Let's say the team's not perfect. We've got a couple of holes, but it's a fun little team, and we've got some interesting picks on it. We'll quickly flash it up on the screen. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we're not far off. Our record's 9-3. Although I played the first two. Two of those losses were me playing a regulation C team in the very beginning. So technically, we're 9-1 in the format. So here's the team. Oh, well, let's view it like this. This is the easiest way at the moment. So we've got Cresselia, Trick Room setter. We have a Trick Room element, but it's not a Trick Room team. Trick Room if we need it, with some nice speed control, Moonblast as well, because Urshifu is absolutely everywhere on the ladder. Of course, we've got Double Genie, very popular in the format so far, Safety Goggles and Tornadus for Tailwind. Then we've got Wigglytuff, which is the thing that probably sticks out the most on this team. So if we do go Trick Room, Wigglytuff's the Pokemon that we use in Trick Room. Got that competitive ability, because it intimidates pretty much everywhere as well. Much more prevalent on Showdown, though, than it is on Battle Spot, at least in my experience. And then Fluttermane. What can I tell you about Fluttermane that you don't already know? And Heatran as well. So fairly standard, except for that Wigglytuff. I have other ideas for other teams as well. Stuff a little bit less standard. I think in a format like this, where you've got really strong good stuff teams running around, you need to lean into something yourself to really be able to get decently consistent results against them. Obviously, it's very difficult to do because they're strong for a reason. But a Sun team, I think a good Sun team could be very, very good. Just push with the fire damage and grass damage as well. And a Rain team as well could also be not bad, depending on the Pokemon that we can utilize. And the moves, actually, the moves are, as weird as it sounds, probably a bit more important than the Pokemon themselves, because obviously you want coverage there outside of just the water damage. So yeah, we're going to be using this team this evening, but in future we'll definitely have, I think, a Rain team and a Sun team as well. And the Sun team in particular will have some real answers to Amoonguss, so in theory should be good higher ladder once we really start to see all of those. But let's see how we get on. Okay, nice and quick. Okay. Of course, Chien-Pao is everywhere at the moment. I mean, there's no way we don't bring Landorus. We're still Terror on Landorus as well, so we can actually catch Chien-Pao off guard with that. Yeah, still Landorus actually looks really good into this team. So we'll definitely be bringing Landorus. I think we'll lead Landorus. What do I want to lead alongside it? Fluttermane's always a good choice. Tornadus is a good choice as well. No, here's what we're gonna lead. We're gonna go Cresselia and Fluttermane. We're gonna threaten the Trick Room. We'll go Lando and do I care about matching Tailwinds? No, we'll go Wigglytuff just in case we can get the Trick Room up. I think Wigglytuff's a decent shout. Tornadus is damage. It's actually not bad against this team. Tornadus has good damage, assuming because they're bringing the Heatran, aren't they? And they want to terror it into grass as well. But this is what we're going with. We're going to try and pressure them because I'm expecting them to lead Tornadus plus something. So we're going to force them to taunt us. Chien-Pao Tornadus. Surprise, surprise. And this is why we've led what we've led, because we can really pressure him here. I'm going to go straight for the Icy Wind. Could Terrastallize. I don't think I need to. Yeah, we're not going to Terrastallize, because I actually want to save the Terrastalization. We'll go for that Dazzling Gleam. Probably see a Heatran switch or something, but see how this goes. Taunt, there we go. They're like, no Trick Room. That's fine, mate. Yeah, so we've got a slower Fluttermane. We should survive this, though, whatever it is. Oh, we don't survive it. Maybe it's boosted damage, I don't know. Not ideal there. Epic first turn. After a bit of a layoff. So, got to be careful here now. Maybe we have to go with Lando. I think we do have to go with Lando. Maybe we do have to Terrastallize it as well. Yeah, we'll go for the Moonblast, I think, into the Chien-Pao. Moonblast Protect. So we've got some manoeuvring to do here. Yeah, there's a Tailwind. Another Ice Spin. I think this might be Specs. Not Specs, what am I saying? Choice Band, maybe. Okay, it's a good amount of damage. We should have, I think, one turn of Taunt left. Yeah. Okay, so now's our time. We are going to go for that Icy Wind. And the Rock Slide. Is that going to be enough to get Tornadus? It's going to be single target Icy Wind, assuming we get the Chien-Pao. I think it's the right play. And then hopefully Cresselia survives the turn. We're no longer taunted. We've got options in Trick Room. miss something. Missed the Cresselia. And missed the Landorus. There's the Ice Spinner. Oh, just straight double KO. Was that a crit? No, not even. Okay, there we go then. Yeah, not a big fan of these new moves on the Genies for that reason. I do have Bleak Wind on my own Tornadus. But that 80% accuracy, though, not something I like playing around with. So, they're going to have the Heatran. We might actually have trouble breaking through the Heatran. Oh no, they've got Rillaboom. Okay. That makes things a bit simpler. Okay, so they've weakened their own Earthquake, assuming they've got Earthquake. So, how many turns? 2 turns left to Tailwind. I wonder if they just double Cresselia. That's the smart thing to do. I could go on the attack. I'm not really getting much out of attacking though, am I? That's our Swords Dance. That'd be pretty sick. So we're gonna swap. We'll just swap in. I feel like we should take whatever's coming out here, even if they do double the Cresselia. I'm a little bit worried about Special Landorus. They're just like a fake out. Okay. They're just Earthquake. They've got grassy terrain up. So we take that decently well. Maybe I don't need Trick Room. Maybe I just go, just start Icy Winding. Because then at least I know that my Landorus will be faster. After this turn, yeah, we get damage on that Landorus as well. I think it's the right thing to do. So we're going to do that. Another Earthquake. Is it banded? Or do they see the obvious switch? Who knows? Look at the damage though, it's pitiful. That's not banded. A Wood Hammer. Okay. We just keep hitting with the Icy Wind. Because Wigglytuff is a pretty slow Pokemon, and we want to get the speed advantage there as well. Yeah, we can do that. We can protect as well, get a bit of healing back. I don't think there's any reason to cycle the Intimidates. This stage, another Earthquake. Could be banded Landorus, not banded, Scarf Landorus as well, in which case they might still have Speed Arrow Landorus, so this was definitely the safer play. Okay, Rillaboom avoids, that's fine, one tip Landorus. Okay. Okay, so we lose a Citrus Berry. Now I'm going to switch. It's a bit risky, but give it a go. they're locked in. I'm sure I Scarlet. Okay, Landorus gone. Only Rillaboom left. So we turned it around, even despite the that turn 1 where we just lost Flutter Mane immediately. I'll have to run calcs on that. Maybe I've just miscalced it. And no more switching, we're just going to see this one out. And there we go. GG. So first game back, and we got the W. Let's have a quick look. So my Flutter Mane set. We're a bit slower, but we've got some bulk on us as well. 1644. Let's get our next one set up while I'm checking. 1644. One more win and we're in Master Ball tier. Okay. Oh no, it has a chance to KO. Has a pretty good chance to KO actually. I should probably rework that that EV spread then. Okay, this one's a bit different. Not seen an Annihilate for a while. Not seen a Corviknight for a while either. So Wigglytuff has got some coverage against this team. Although we're not going to get competitive activated through Defiant. They look like they want Trick Room more than anything else. But they do have that Tailwind option as well. We're going to see the Corviknight lead. So we're going to go with these two. Flutter Mane, Heatran. Flutter Mane applying that pressure. Heatran, because I'm expecting the Corviknight in the lead. I want to bring Landorus, but I've got to be careful. Cresselia is also an option as well. But then again, I'm not bringing any speed control if I don't bring Cresselia or Tornadus though. And I think I need it against this team. So what we're doing, we'll go Wigglytuff. It was going to be Wigglytuff or Landorus. We'll go with the Wiggles. All depends what they do. I don't think they're going to go Tailwind, but they might. I'm a little bit worried about the Iron Bundle as well, because if they don't go Trick Room, they bring the Bundle. They just outspeed everything. Talonflame and Iron Bundle. Okay. That's a good cover. That's a pretty good cover for my Heatran. That's a really nice lead. So we're in a lot of danger. They could go for either of my Pokemon here. I'm just going to go in. I'm going to go in. I'm going to Terrasilize. If they double one of my Pokemon, good for them. But we might just see the Tailwind Hydro Pump. This is such an obvious Terrasilization, but there's too much threat on the field. I'm not going to give them the momentum for free. So there's the Tailwind. Freeze Dry. Okay, great. Okay, incredible. We didn't miss either. Look at that. That went really well. So that's why we didn't go pulling any switches there. They just went for the obvious one. Well, I say the obvious one. The obvious one was probably the Hydro Pump, but they probably expected the Grass Terror. And they were like, oh, Talonflame's got that covered. Cresselia and Tailwind. So we're going to keep our Flutter Mane safe. Yeah, now I kind of wish I did bring Landorus. Nah. We can go for it. We'll do that. We'll bring in Crest because I think I need to keep the Heatran safe. I got a feeling this might be Calm Mind Cresselia. Okay, we're seeing a Terror. Fairy. Yeah, we don't have much for setup Pokemon. That's one way to get around Brave Bird Recoil. Yeah, so we don't really have much for this. This might be a slow one to end with. Been considering Perish Song as well, just for things like this, which Wigglytuff does learn, but I am running Assault Vest. So, no, Dazzling Gleam's not going to pick up the KO. Or Thunderbolt, just to cover a switch. I do wonder what they got in the back. I feel like they've got something for Trick Room. But maybe they don't. So much damage. We want the Trick Room up though, because then we can at least heal up a little bit. Never knew Cresselia was a furry. Was a furry Pokemon. It has hair. I bet they've got Iron Hands or Annihilate in the back. No, they've got Corviknight. Okay, incredible. I bet that's boosting as well. Iron Defense, Body Press in it. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be a tough one to pull back from this stage. Lunar Blessing's not going to help me. I think Wigglytuff goes down either way. So we could get the freeze. We're going to double Cresselia because we've got Heatran in the back. Freeze. Special attack drop. Okay, we got that at least. Iron Head. Another Calm Mind. Oh wait, what am I saying? I have Taunt on Heatran, so I do kind of have a way around boosting. Bit late now. But I do have something going on there. Okay, so Tailwind's gone. Okay, I'm not convinced the Heat Wave's going to get the job done on Corviknight, so maybe I have to double it. Yeah. slower. It's not enough. Okay. So I actually need to undo Trick Room. Which is a bit awkward, but we've got to do it. Roost. So our Cresselia is the fastest thing on the field here. So we can go for that Heat Wave and Lunar Blessing. Oh, yeah, I suppose so. It's going to be a long end game. We might not be able to pull this one back. Yeah, that damage is racking up. The Protect is obvious on Heatran, so I think they might get cheeky and go for the Calm Mind. But it is what it is. We can do that. I think we kind of have to. They did. Okay. Bit unfortunate because I wanted them to obviously attack there and then I could Icy Wind to get them slower than my Heatran and try to get some attacks off before they can attack my Heatran. Get some special attack and special defense drops. I do just want to all-out attack though, because I might get a crit. But also taunt. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to taunt, and we'll go for the Lunar Blessing again. What have they got? They've got Calm Mind, Moonblast. I assume Lunar Blessing. Oh, gotta love it, innit? Gotta love games like this. Okay, so we'll just protect. We're gonna Icy Wind now. Because I need to Icy Wind at some point either way. Against Cresselia. damage. Special attack drop as well. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to lose this one, but we'll see. There's always a way. There's always a chance, I should say. So we'll go for the Lunar Blessed, and we'll go for the Flash Cannon. I think the Moon Blast is going to get a Heat Trap. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, we survive. Oh, we survive. Look at that. And I'm not upset about that one bit. If you want to play Calm Mind still, then you better be prepared for this to happen. GG. No sympathy. No sympathy at all. GG. Man, you know what? I'm seriously thinking that Perish Song's got to be implemented in future with my teams now. And that's why we're not just going to forfeit and give up in those situations, because that 1 in 16. Okay, on to the next one. That should propel us into Master Ball. Man, if I hadn't terrestrialized the Heatran in that game, I think that'd have been it, right? We'd have just swept through no problem. Three, 4, 5, 2. So I'm expecting that we'll start to see a lot more Amoonguss in now that we're at Master Ball tier. Indra 1563. Galarian Moltres. Oh, look at this. This is about as hyper offense as you can get. They've got Taunt somewhere on the Tornadus or the Urshifu, because they don't want Trick Room going up against this team. And for that reason, we think we're gonna go with the Wigglytuff lead. It's gonna be a tough one. I've got to think of the end game as well, with that Dragonite, just extreme speed and everything. Maybe something like this. Oh, I could just match them. I could match their Tailwind, couldn't I? That's what we're going to do. Switch things up. Bait out that Taunt. Swap in Landorus. Get the Intimidate. And get some damage going. With the Flutter. Flutter, Tornadus Flutter. Okay. So we're not going to switch in the Landorus. Surprise, surprise. Instead, what we're going to do is I think we have to. Terrasilize. Go for the Icy Wind. And go for the old Razzle Dazzle. It's going to be a crazy first turn. So defensive Terror, just in case they go for the Shadow Ball, which I'm hoping they will, into Cresselia. If they're going to Flutter Mane, then that's a bit of a disaster. We'll go for Protect. There's the Taunt. That's not going to be enough damage, is it? I think they got this bulk on this Tornadus. That's really disappointing. I thought if we got rid of that Tornadus, we'd be in a great spot, because then we stop there. Stop them doing their thing. Okay, so... It's got to be something like this, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's got to be something like this. I really thought the combination would get Tornadus there. So there's a Tailwind. Show me the Shadow Ball into what was the Flutter Mane. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Tornadus gone. So now the Chien-Pao's coming in. It's Chien-Pao Dragonite in the back, or Chien-Pao Urshifu. Who knows? If it's the Urshifu, that's actually going to be terrible. But we'll see. Chien-Pao, okay. Unfortunately, I think I'm about to lose Landorus, because I do need to switch it in. And I could see an Ice Spinner going into the Wigglytuff slot. But I feel like they need to go after the Cresselia, because we're threatening Fairy moves. So I could have switched in that slot, but we're not going to. Because Cresselia should survive this turn. Okay, yes, it was into Cresselia. Oh, Razzle Dazzle. That's a lot of damage. Okay, good stuff. So Taunt's gone. I think I want a Trick Room. I think I do. I've got to be careful though, because I've slowed down that Flutter. Of course, they still got Tailwind up, but think about the end game and all. I think they have to double the Cresselia. So for that reason, this could be a terrible idea, honestly, but we're going to do this. Probably should conserve the Intimidate, but we'll see. So committing the Terror now. Yeah, that will pick up Landorus. I wasn't considering the Fairy Terror there. There's the Ice Spinner. Moonblast, okay. Still survive. So this has actually worked out quite nicely. Hey Annika, welcome. Thanks for joining. How are you doing? So that went really well, but this Fluttermane is at -1 speed, so you have to keep that in mind. It's got to be Dragonite in the back, innit? It's always the Dragonite. It's Urshifu. Okay. So, let's check this out. Yeah, one more turn of Towering. They need to double protect here, assuming they have it. So we'll go for the Lunar Blessing. Does Aquajet get Landorus? I don't know. You know what? We're going to do it. So we're going for Cresselia. Fair enough. Good, I'm glad to hear that. I'm very, very glad to hear that. So Tailwind's still up, so Landorus should be the slow. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. So we should pull this one through. And we're about to see some Wigglytuff action, which is not something we get to say too often. But it's crazy. This format is just nuts. So many hyper offense teams. Like this game, the last game as well. Obviously, it's a bit different. I had the Cresselia. I'm trying my best, Annika. I'm trying my best. Just they have so much offense, but we are managing to outmaneuver them and get to where we need to be. I mean, we can't protect in front of the Urshifu anyway, so... But that Dazzling Gleam should get the job done. Thanks, I appreciate that. Oh, so the Aquajet does get the KO. Good, yeah, we'll be having a few more streams. I'll be getting a few videos up as well with different teams and stuff. So hopefully you can stick around for those. And there we go, Urshifu is out of there. So again, that went quite well. What is that, like 1,500 our opponent was? I think people playing at this point, post-Worlds, they're the more hardcore players. And I don't think there's actually too many players either, of course. It'd go without saying. But either way, glad we picked up that win. On to the next one. 2757. Are they going to have a Fluttermane? What do you think? 6,003. Oh, they got a Fluttermane. Okay, so this is just straight screens with Grimmsnarl. What is it? Shelter or Acid Armor. Defense boosting Goodra with Body Press, which I know is a bit of a thing. Yeah, look at this. Mid-speed team in general with screen support. I expect Grimmsnarl, Flutter Lead, Grimmsnarl Annihilate, maybe, probably not Grimmsnarl Annihilate. If you look at my team, I don't really want to bring Annihilate. Grimmsnarl Flutter though. That always makes sense. Man, what do I want to do here? Do they have Fake Out on the Grimmsnarl as well? That's one thing you never know. I'm actually going to lead Landorus. We can do something a bit different. Yeah, I've got a plan. I'm gonna do something a bit different. It's gonna look like this. So I'm gonna call the non annihilate bleed. Yeah, we got a Wigglytuff, Scott. We have got a Wigglytuff, and it's not doing too bad. I'm gonna expect the Grimmsnarl non-annihilate bleed. We'll force them to get the light screen up. I'm gonna hope they don't have fake out. That'd be annoying. There we go. Grimmsnarl for big surprise. Okay, and we're going in. We're just gonna go in, and it looks a little something like this. Could attack with Flutter. I'm in danger of losing Flutter. I could switch into an Adus. So I've got the Sash as well. You know what? We're gonna do that. We're gonna get Tornadus in. Yeah, we'll do that. Bit risky, but we're going for it. So no fake out is the ideal situation. They go for the light screen. They go for the Terror as well. Are they just going straight in with Fairy? Maybe they are. In which case, could have probably stayed in with Flutter and just attacked. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. We're going to try and catch him out with the Swords Dance. They're putting on a lot of pressure, and these screens will be annoying. But we're going to try and overwhelm them with pressure. Okay, so they go for the Reflect. Cool. Dazzling Gleam, yes, I could have stayed in. With Flutter and gone for it. That's a lot of damage. Do they have, I don't know, Thunder Wave, some form of speed control on the Grimmsnarl? Would also be annoying, but is what it is. We're going to give this a go. Straight Tailwind. Straight Tailwind Earthquake. I bet they've got some speed control, haven't they? No, let's go straight to screen. Okay, cool. But this should still do a chunk. Crit. Oh, look at that. We got a crit on the Grimmsnarl. Didn't need it on the Flutter. Didn't need it. So, okay, that worked out quite well. To say the least. Couldn't really have hoped for much more there. But still 2 Pokemon left. Is that Heatran? It's Heatran. Oh no, not Heatran. They might Terra Fairy on me. Oh no, wait, they already Terra, didn't they? So they can't do that. Okay, let's not mess this up. What should we do? There's nothing that Landorus can do to KO my Landorus in one go, is there? So I feel like I should just attack, even though the Protect is obvious. Yeah, I think this is fine. We'll go for the Icy Wind as well. Get some good damage off. Yeah, so there's the Protect. Oh no, what am I saying? I'm still now, aren't I? So I'm weak to ground. Oh, such an idiot. Totally forgot about that. So yeah, they can knock out my Landorus, because they can just Earthquake me. Oh god, if I lose this now. It's not my intention. It's fine, it's fine. It's not ideal, because they've got the screens up as well. Oh yeah, that wasn't a good play. Oh, I hate it when it's not so bad if like I do that and then I'm like, oh no, and then I see the attack and it's like, oh no, but it's when you do it and then straight away you notice it. As soon as you lock in, you're like, oh, what am I doing? And then you're forced to sit through knowing what's going to happen. So that Heatran could be a problem at this stage, especially if it has a ground move. But we're gonna do this. We need to get as much damage off as we can. That Stomping Tantrum is gonna cause some issues. Yeah, we might lose this one now. That's a terrible misplay. We're just gonna go for it. I think we have to. Let's do that. Okay, we miss on Heatran. Yeah, that's an Assault Vest as well. Yeah, very disappointing. Very, very disappointing to lose this one. Jeez. What can you say? What can you say? Don't be a noob. Okay. Yeah, this one's all over. We'll sit. We'll go through. Yeah, not even a crit would have come close. Oh, well, we won't even discuss this one. We know what happened. I'm a little bit out of practice. We'll put it down to that. Yeah, we had that one sewed up. No problem. Just protect there. And we get that win. Unless they get double protect. But I'd be inclined to just conserve the Landorus there. Because we lowered their speed of Icy Wind anyway. So I'll just bring it in late game. Oh. On to the next one. Pain and sadness all round. But first loss of the day. We're not doing too bad otherwise. Yeah, those are just the worst. It's as soon as you press the button, and then that's when it's like, oh, by the way, you can't do that. Why is it never before that? It's always at the press of the button. You're like, oh, what am I doing? Right. Anyway, on to the next one. 844. I mean, this team clearly has Trick Room on the Indeedee and probably the Flutter Mane as well. I feel like this is like surprise Trick Room on Flutter Mane if they lead it. Let's see. What should we do here? I don't think I have Shadowborn Wigglytuff anymore. No, we don't. Kind of tempted to do something similar with Landorus again. Heatran's looking pretty good as well. No, I think we lead those. No, here's what we do. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna do that as well. I expect this to be 14 Trick Room, but we'll see. and disappointment in that last game, especially because we planned it so well as well. Okay, here we go. Okay, no Trick Room in the lead here. But I do expect a potential Water Terror on that Golden Go. Sad times, we didn't bring... didn't bring our own tornadoes. I'm sure it's Water Terror. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Yeah, we'll do this. We have to slow him down a bit. Straight Tailwind. No Terror, so I guess that's just to make it rain. Yeah. That's a good amount of damage. That's choice specs, if I've seen it. And what can they switch in? Nothing. They can't switch in anything on an Earthquake here. The taunt is obvious. Taunt is obvious, so I'm tempted to go for the Icy Wind. Give that a go. Oh, if they're still Terror, they might just be doubling up on the damage, which I think is what they might be doing here. Yeah, they're just going in, so they might actually get the KO onto Landorus. Assuming they go for the Bleak Wind. Storm. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Yeah, that's no good. And they didn't taunt either. Trick Room there. At least would have put us in a better position. But I didn't see that play coming. Well, Heatran's the obvious switch. Do they have their own Heatran? I forget. They don't. Okay. I mean, if they did switch, would they switch in? Can't really switch in much on a Heat Wave. I think they just stay with Golden Go, didn't they? And just try to get the KO onto Cresselia. Makes sense. Can't switch in Flutter Mane. We'll go for the Trick Room. Maybe they'll give it to us. So they're actually swapping out. I assume that's Regidrago. I don't recognise that name. Rain Dance. Okay. Get a Trick Room up, at least. We're going to switch in Flutter. Oh, but Icy Wind. Oh, wait a minute. That's a Covert Cloak. Okay, so that speed has not been dropped. So this is the right play. That's fine. You can go for the taunt. Took that surprisingly well, although it's only a Crusader in it, so. Earth Power. I didn't know it got Earth Power. I was thinking to myself, what coverage move does it have? I don't think it has many. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so. We're expecting the Golden Go to come back in now. So we're going to get our Heatran ready. So it's the Regidrago that switches. How's it so slow? Oh no, we just switched in Heatran, that's why. It's just going to move before. Because we're not going to move with Heatran. I wonder, do they not go for the make it rain? Do they just go? I think it's a mistake if they don't. Two turns left to Trick Room. I don't think there's much I can do here. If they switch the Tornadus out, that would be a bit of a problem. I'm just going to go for it. Let's just switch the Golden Go. Back out into well, at least we got rid of their speed control. So I was worried about the future Tailwinds after Trick Room ends. And that is some kind of dragon. Hydra. Okay, yeah, that's not ideal. Let's have a look. What can we do? Yeah, we'll go for the Icy Wind. I'm expecting the Shelter or whatever to come out from this this Gudra. I think I've got to do this though. So I'm not sure the speed interactions between Regidrago and Heatran. So there's a Shelter. We don't really care about that. I mean, it ups its damage, but in terms of our moves, we're all special attack, so. Okay, this actually worked out really well then. So they get rid of Cresselia. The rain's about to end. Okay, so they've got the Earth Power, but the special attack drop from that Draco leads me to want to just go in on this Gudra on the next turn. So that's what we're going to do. Right, let me think. So, Golden goes faster than Heatran, so it has to come out, it has to go for the Shadow Ball, assuming Heatran sticks around, which it should do. What is the right play? I think this is the right play. We're just going to go in on the Goodra. Protect the Regidrago. Okay. We're locking into Moonblast. Which is not ideal against the Golden Go, but... The question is, how much is this body press going to do? Get burnt. Heavy slam. Okay, I wasn't counting on that. I mean, if they just switch out the Regidrago here, which is what they should do, assuming it's fast and Heatran, then they'll just get the W, wouldn't they? But maybe they won't. I assume it might even survive the Heat Wave. Yes, they do switch it out. Protect. So Golden Go gone. But I'm pretty sure, I can't remember Regidrago's speed, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty speedy compared to Heatran. And like I said, I don't think the Heat Wave's going to get the job done either way. Yeah, the power. See it like, oh, actually survived. Look at that. Oh no! I can't believe that. Oh no! I thought if one of them were going to survive, it was going to be the Regidrago. Oh no! Ah. I had that carrot dangled in front of me there. I just saw the Regidrago's HP go down. I was like, oh no, that's it then. The Goodra hangs on. Well, we did what we could to pull that one back. GG. That was quite a fun one. After that one before. On to the next one. I do think a good Sun team is going to have some legs. Looking at the stuff that's going around online at the minute. We'll go for one more win, I think, and then we'll probably call it a night there. And then we'll start fearing. Yeah, I think a good Sun team. Throw in some ability suppression to deal with stuff like Heatran. Some surprise tactics there. This is our first Amoonguss. No obvious speed control in this team. Could of course be Trick Room Flutter. I doubt it though, because they've got the Chuyu on the team, so they're probably just going in with the damage there. I think I have to lead Tornadus. Depends how good my opponent plays this team. Because they don't always play these teams so well. We're going to do something like this again. Yeah, something like this, I think. If I can get a Swords Dance off, then we should be good to go. Nice. That's the sort of lead that you do want to see. Now the question becomes, where's this fake out going? If I were them, I'd put it into Lando. But you never know. What if they don't do it into Lando? What if they don't? That'd be the dream, wouldn't it? So here's what we're gonna do. I could just double protect. I don't really want to, so I feel like they're probably gonna. No. If I'm assuming they're gonna fake out and an attack, then it's fine. Man, if they switch out though, that'd be annoying. Okay, they don't. So on the following turn, we can make our Swords Dance play. Terrestrialize Swords Dance. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. So this was the right play after all. Ice Spinner into Tornadus. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We might lose the Tornadus. I'm hoping we don't. I'm hoping they spread their damage. Because I'm not going to go for that Tailwind. Instead, we're going to try to get a bit of damage off first. And stagger the Tailwind. They don't have Tailwind of their own. Yeah, let's do this. So I'm hoping they spread their damage here. Go for the Wild Charge into Tornadus. Go for the Ice Spinner into Landorus. But they might not. We'll see. So they're also terrestrializing, and that's going to be the Iron Hands, unless that's an incredibly slow Chen Pao. It's going to be Grass. Yep. Okay, so if this Bleak Wind hits, we're going to get a bit of damage. Oh, they protect! Oh. That's even better. Don't miss. You missed, didn't you? Yeah, you did. I knew it did. Oh, that's annoying. Bit of damage would have been nice. Okay, we're getting a bit of damage at least in the form of recoil. Yeah, I have to Tailwind now. Yeah, this is not terrible. I do need to protect though. With Lando. Did they double Landorus? Yeah, they did. Okay. Do I want to conserve the Tailwind? Let's have a look. What they got faster than me? I do want to double attack, but I'm also not sure I can afford to. Oh no, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. The fact they just doubled Landorus, we'll see if they do the same thing again. We're just gonna go all in. We're gonna Rock Slide as well. Just sucker punched, so I could have switched. Should have switched, in fact. That's good damage onto the Iron Hands. There we get flinch. Okay, so that made up a bit for the miss earlier. We apply a lot of pressure with both our Pokemon in the back. I think it's got to be Flutter though, because they've got the Urshifu in the back. Could get cheeky. Go for another Swords Dance. No, the Dazzling Gleam won't KO Iron Hands anyway. So we just double attack. They're actually swapping. Wow, they're swapping out some damage. That's a Mungus. Fair play. If there's a Pokemon you're going to switch in, it should be that. Okay, single target Rock Slide onto this Mushroom. Not that much damage, honestly, but then, of course, it's fully physically defensive, so that's to be expected. We're at the Iron Hands again. I mean, the obvious play is just the Spore and the Fake Out in it. But we're going to make this play anyway. I was thinking about if I could get Heatran in here. I probably could get Heatran in on the land or a slot, but I don't think it's worth it. Because I'm playing as if they've got Flutter Mane in the back. They didn't even have a Fake Out. They may not have Flutter Mane in the back though. They may have Urshifu. So we're hoping against hope that is Flutter Mane in the back. If it's Urshifu, assuming it's Water Urshifu, I don't think we can beat it. Mushroom gone. Heatwave connects. Good stuff. I don't think that's Urshifu. It's Flutter Mane. Good. And no Focus Sash because we're assuming that was on the Chen Pao. We didn't see it, but okay, great. So we're not going to be protecting. We're not messing about. Just all out attack, all out offense. Shadow Ball. Take that. Rock Slide just gets the job done. GG, GG. So that one went quite well. Yeah, if it had been the Urshifu, that would have been a problem. Because that would have, if they go into the Landorus of Urshifu, get that KO'd, assuming it would. Assuming it's Mystic Water. Heatran's not going to beat that. Okay, let's go for one more. One final game. What's our record tonight? 4-2, I think. Should be 5-1. Oh, that misplay. Cleaver, look at this. Not faced one of them yet. Again, as hyper offense as you can get with these teams. So. We're going to go something like this. Bait out that taunt turn 1. Wigglytuff, maybe. Heatran's a pretty good shout. I don't really want the Dragonite, just extreme speed and everything, but I mean, I'm looking at probably terrestrializing the Landorus anyway, so we do get some resistance there. But we'll see if we can bait out this turn 1 taunt. What is it? Tornadus Urshifu would be pretty bad actually, because we don't know where the taunt's coming from, and Landorus is heavily threatened. Okay, we're going to find out what this ability is. Hopefully it's multi-scale. It's not, it's in a focus. Okay. Makes sense. Taunt is obvious, but I do still want to, just in case. We're going to terrestrialize, go for the Swords Dance as well. A flat main switch is not a bad shout either, assuming they're just going to lock into extreme speed. Get this, try and get this Swords Dance off. Yeah, so there's the taunt. Okay, maybe the Tailwind's on the Dragonite actually. Ironhead. Could have switched in the Flammy on that slot and was actually considering it, so glad that we didn't. Oh god, 2 fairies in the back. Don't want him. Don't want to be switching in on an Ironhead, do we? Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to go for the Rock Slide. I'm assuming that's banded, because that was a ton of damage. We'll see. Yeah, so the Dragonite's switching out. Just coming in. That's Urshifu. That's Dark-type Urshifu. That's actually not ideal. I mean, no, we're going to knock it out anyway, because they get the free switch back into Dragonite. So yeah, not ideal. That's Chen Pao coming in. Okay. Yeah, not great. I feel like they do need to. Man, I could switch, but I think I'm going to lose my Pokemon anyway, aren't I? I wonder what they do, what attack they go for into the Landorus. You know what, we're going to do it. We're going to bring in Wigglytuff. We're going to switch, because I want the Intimidate, at least for the Chen Pao. And if we can stall out this Tailwind, we know Landorus is faster than Dragonite as well. I think we're going to lose Cresselia though, but they might go for the... Oh, they have a Sacred Sword. Okay, so it's going to be Wicked Blow into Cresselia. Oh, they doubled the Wigglytuff slot. Okay. That went very well. That went very, very well. Is there a way out of this? If we can get an icy wind off, just a single icy wind against this Chen Pao, we might be in business. I'm not convinced we're going to though. We're going to swap in Flutter. We might lose it here though, unfortunately. We might lose the Flutter. Still dealing with another turn of Trick Room afterwards as well, after the fact. So I'm assuming this is going to be the normal Terra Dragonite and they're just going straight for that extreme speed. I assume this is enough, yeah. So what's coming out? Show me the Sacred Sword. Good. Okay, but assuming that's Banded Dragonite, if we can keep our Fluttermane safe, which we can't because I don't have Protect. So many things I could do here, but I've got to make sure I do the right thing. So I think I've got to protect Landorus, right? But I could also attack with Landorus. No, I think this is the right play. This is not the right play, no. I should double attack with both Pokemon. Because only Fluttermane can win me the game, and I need to knock out the Chen Pao this turn. Yeah, see. Okay, so we do actually live another Sucker Punch. Yeah, so you see, I should have gone for the Rock Slide there. Yeah, that was a misplay. I mean, we don't really have a choice. Yeah, so they did go for the Protect. Thought they might do that. That's a ton of damage. Wow. I'm not convinced this is going to get the job done. Oh, it does. Okay, great. Okay. See how this goes. Oh, GG. So we got the win. That was a tough one. That was a close 1.5. That was. And they didn't know that my Fluttermane's slower than their Chen Pao. So that's why they went for the Sucker Punch. They should have played that out. Because keeping that in mind, maybe they go for an Ice Spinner onto the Fluttermane. They'll get the KO then. And they hope for the Rock Slide miss. But they didn't stick around, so we didn't get to see that. I think we're going to call it there. I'm actually going to put a rental up for the team. So if any of you guys do want to try the team out. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good when you're not making terrible plays. Like we did in that one game. But yeah, it's really not bad. Share. And there we go. There it is, Wigglytuff. So you can give that a try. I'll be back at some point, probably next week, with hopefully another team. We're going to try out something a bit different. Try out some sun stuff. We'll see how we get on. Thanks for coming out tonight, guys. I appreciate you popping in, having a chat, those of you that did. And yeah, hopefully I'll catch you guys on the next stream. Do me a favour, next time remind me that I've terrestrialized and my fighting Pokemon's no longer immune to ground moves. That'd be great if you could do that for me. Okay, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one.